I've been wanting to share with you this interesting combination because it really surprised me in a good way, and it felt like this is something I'd end up ordering at a fancy hotel for like 20 bucks, and since I don't get to have breakfast in 5-star hotels, I thought I'd make this at home. And here's a peas and mint fancy omelet. I know it sounds weird or fancy weird, but peas and eggs are so good and the mint just brightens it up. I have my mint regrowing in my garden and it is so fresh and pungent right now, I had to make this for you. Let's do it. Start with about half a cup of peas. If you feel real fancy, you can boil fresh peas, but I'm using frozen and dumping some boiling water from the kettle and letting that sit for a few minutes. By the way, I find this to be the quickest way to make a side of peas for dinner. 3 to 4 minutes and you're done. You just want them tender, not mushy. Drain them, salt them, and set them aside. Now, take a couple of tablespoons of mint and chop that up nicely. I'm preheating my pan at medium-low for 2 minutes, and then once it's warm, I'll add a spray of oil, or again, if you want to get real fancy, 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter. Now for the omelet. I'm cracking 3 eggs into a large cup and adding a small splash of milk, but that's optional. The extra fat makes it a little more rich. Beat them with a fork, or you can be fancy like me and use an immersion blender. Gosh, I love this thing. Look at it go. Place that on the pan and let that cook for 1 to 2 minutes. And what I like to do is lift up each of the sides to let the excess egg cook up. Once that's done, you can add the peas. I'm trying very hard not to put it all onto one side, but that does make flipping it a little easier. And then I'm gonna be adding the chopped mint. What I like to do is then salt it again. It's called salting in layers. Now let that cook for a minute or 2. Once it's structurally sound, flip one side with 1 or 2 solid spatulas. This is a big hotel-sized omelet, so bring reinforcements. Try your best not to overcook it. So let it go for about another minute or 2 max, but let the carryover heat do the rest. And that's it. Slide it onto a plate with a side of tomatoes, and I like adding some za'atar, and you got yourself a fancy, delicious, bright breakfast. I honestly think peas are seriously overlooked, and they are so good in this dish and as a sweet side dish. I hope you'll give this a try and you have a great morning.